ask yourself this question, and this is what came to me the first day of January. What's the best that could happen? What's the best that could happen? What's the best that could happen? What's the best possible outcome that could happen? It's okay if you don't feel a huge surge of energy, because we're still in the middle of winter. We're still in that resting phase, that phase of reconnection, hibernation that is happening deep within us. What if we looked at it as becoming truer versions of ourselves, more authentic versions of ourselves? Because your ability to reveal the best version of you and to live your best timeline is heavily reliant on the way that you view yourself. Because we're now in a new cycle of 1 in numerology. Because if you add 2 plus 2 plus 6, that's 10. You drop the 0, and that's the year of 1. Even if you keep the 0, that's 1 and 0. This is quantum code right here. If you know coding for computers, 1s and 0s is how we communicate with computers and how computers communicate with itself. And so 1 and 0, that means we are in a year where we can code our best timeline. No, the next time you become aware of how you may assume the worst, that you may assume a lackluster response or reaction from anyone or thing around you, bring yourself back to the present and ask yourself, what's the best possible outcome? Because that already, it literally felt like my subconscious mind was already rearranging once I asked myself that the first time. What's the best possible outcome? Like, what really resonates with me and my somatic biomagnetic field? What's the best possible outcome for my body and nervous system? And the best possible outcome is not always the one that feels comfortable. It is the one that feels the most expansive. But when you have lived in so much constriction and limitation and fear creates a hedge around you that doesn't really keep you safe, but it's more like an egg that's not hard boiled, an egg that it's a raw egg, the yolk just floating in there, and if anything happens, now the shell can crack. That's how fear is. Fear is that fragile. But the best possible outcome will hard boil you. And it doesn't have to be in a hard way. It'll just show you your resilience. It'll show you your resolve and your audacity. So what's the best possible outcome? What's the best? Inner being, thank you. Thank you for knowing me before I consciously know me. Thank you for being here with me before I knew you existed. You know aspects of my subconscious that my conscious mind may not be privy to at the moment. Bring to light what needs to be in my conscious field so that I can bring the cooperative components that guide me to my highest and best timeline, my best possible outcome. Who am I in this best possible outcome? How do I act? How do I dress? How do I feel? How does my body feel? What do I accept? What do I reject? What character traits do I exude? What character traits do I no longer associate with under any circumstance? Inner being, continue to reveal these truths to me as my presence continues to deepen in every now moment. And I accept the answer. I accept the truth, even if it is difficult, even if it is uncomfortable, even if it threatens my comfort and current identity. I accept the truth that brings in my best possible outcome. Because I know that external, outer world changes and shifts can only begin on the internal plane. So thank you, inner being, for feeling what I may fail to feel, for seeing what I may fail to see, for knowing what I may fail to know. Because you are me and I am you. And so it is. I'm listening to the intuitive nudges that guide me to this best possible outcome. I'm no longer being led by egoic loops and emotional outbursts that counteract the identity I desire to step into. And I know that my desires, they're already real and fulfilled because I desire them. Simple. My desires are already real and here just because I desire them. Because I know anything that I experience on this external 3D plane of existence comes from the immaterial. I say, and so it is, and so it shall be, and it already was.